He says Chebukati tough options as IEBC meets over poll, and well, that's what we have on the headlines of the Star. Chebukati's tough options as IEBC meets over polls. Of course, we are waiting for an announcement today. We do know that he had proposed to meet the president today, but looking at some of the Jubilee leaders, it looks unlikely that that may happen. But let's look at the Al Jazeera and see what is making headlines on international news. And Raila Odinga says he will not recognize Kenyatta's win. So it already looks like it's cast on stone, if this is anything to go by, that should the elections take place and Uhuru wins, regardless of how it happens, it looks like Raila Odinga, according to this article, will not recognize President Uhuru Kenyatta.
Absolutely. He's the de facto opposition leader, and he has all the rights not to recognize Uhuru's victory come 26th or 27th for that matter. But again, that's politics. You'll never get a 100% situation where all the candidates, all the players are agreeing on every single aspect of the political process. So this is not exceptional, and it's not the first one for an opposition leader to be disgruntled or to be dissatisfied with a win for the incumbent. So it has happened in Zimbabwe, it has happened in Uganda, elsewhere in Africa, this has been happening. So it will not be the first one. But it is important for the president, of course, for Uhuru, if he goes to the elections on the 26th with the situation as it is, to understand that he's likely to get a lot of upheavals, a lot of disgruntlement within his tenure in the next 5 years, because one will be the issue of credibility, in the sense that as much as he's going ahead with it, he's going to suffer a lot of rocky sort of terrain in terms of his administration, because the opposition will be more rejuvenated. They'll be getting a lot of support internationally to call for another, sort of dialogue, because this one will be actually a legitimate issue in terms of the election. But again, we also have to understand that it cannot be elections every time that an election is done. We cannot be, treated as a country through an electioneering period. People need to move on with other aspects of life, Mike. Right. The social pillar, the economic pillar have to take also their space in this country. And again, it's about dialogue, because the moment Uhuru goes ahead and is actually elected by whichever number, because actually this will be an outright win, owing to the fact that the Constitution is very silent about the threshold of the number of people who are supposed to participate in an election in the 290 constituencies. So that actually makes it easy for him, because if somebody, just one person goes to Bondo, accesses that ability, has the ability to participate in the votes, that's a vote. If every station is able